When we think about AI, we usually picture software assistants or some simple tools. But what if it's about to become something much, much bigger? What if AI could totally rewrite the rules for how we design, build, and literally create the physical world all around us? Today, we're going to dive into 3 incredible waves of artificial intelligence that are set to completely reshape the construction industry right from the ground up.
So our journey is going to follow this timeline right here. First up, we've got artificial narrow intelligence, or ANI. That's the era we're living in right now, and it's all about efficiency. Then, starting around 2030, things get really interesting with the rise of artificial general intelligence, or AGI, which kicks off an age of true machine intelligence. And finally, looking past 2040, we'll explore the wild horizon of artificial superintelligence, ASI, a phase where AI could quite literally create our reality.
So here's how we're going to break this all down. First, we'll dig into ANI and the current race for efficiency. Then we'll explore the massive paradigm shift that AGI is about to trigger. After that, we'll look way out to the ultimate horizon with ASI, and finally, we'll wrap it all up with a summary of these amazing AI eras.
Okay, let's jump right into this first wave, ANI. This is what's happening right now. The entire industry is already shifting from a game of physical assets, who has the most workers and machinery, to a totally new competition based on who has the best data and automation.
So what exactly is ANI? Well, think of it as a specialist. It's not some kind of general-purpose thinker. Instead, it's designed to be an absolute master of one specific job, whether that's analyzing images or crunching cost estimates. But it does it with superhuman speed and accuracy. It's not the brain of the operation, it's the powerful, tireless muscle that is laser-focused on getting the job done perfectly, every single time.
Now, this is where it gets really interesting, because this slide shows just how much the competition is changing. It's not about who has the most skilled workers anymore. The new game is all about who can use AI to deliver projects faster and cheaper. Safety isn't just about a supervisor walking around. It's about 24/7 AI monitoring. And project management? It's moving from stacks of manual reports to instant automated progress tracking. The whole game is shifting.
And this new competition is really being fought on 4 main fronts. In the design phase, ANI is spitting out thousands of optimized plans. Out on the site, AI cameras and drones are basically the eyes of the project, watching over safety and tracking progress. Specialized robots are starting to take over the dangerous, repetitive tasks. And for maintenance, ANI can actually predict problems before they even happen, saving a ton of money over a building's life.
Okay, so let's move on and see how this all builds into the next phase, AGI. And this is a huge leap. The focus shifts from simply executing how to build something to deeply understanding why we're building it in the first place.
AGI, or General AI, is a completely different animal. Remember how ANI was the specialized muscle? Well, AGI is the brain. It can reason, it can learn, it can handle unexpected curveballs, and, this is the most important part, it can understand abstract ideas and intentions, just like a person can.
And this quote right here, it absolutely hits the nail on the head. AGI doesn't just follow a set of instructions, it gets the philosophy, the real purpose behind the project. It's not just building an apartment block, it's creating a community space that's designed to solve social isolation for the next 100 years. It's a total game changer.
And this ability changes literally everything. An AGI could act as a fully autonomous project manager, negotiating with a supplier's AI to fix a delay before a human even knows there's an issue. The robots are no longer single-task machines. They can learn complex new skills just by watching a video. And it can design for a true circular economy, planning a building's entire existence, from day one of construction all the way to its deconstruction and reuse, completely on its own.
This comparison just brilliantly shows the jump from simple automation to true autonomy. The most crucial point is that the very source of value itself shifts. In the ANI era, value comes from being fast and precise. But in the AGI era, value comes from judgment, from creativity, and from the ability to solve really complex, unpredictable problems.
All right, now we're going to venture into the most speculative, the most mind-bending phase of all, ASI. At this point, construction isn't even about assembling materials anymore. It becomes about engineering the very fabric of physical reality itself. So, artificial superintelligence. We're talking about an intellect so advanced that it makes the entire collective intelligence of humanity look tiny in comparison. It wouldn't just solve problems within the laws of physics, it would basically become the governor of the laws of physics. It's a tough concept to wrap your head around for sure, but the implications are just staggering.
So what's the first thing an AI would do? Well, it would make traditional materials like concrete and steel totally obsolete. It wouldn't need to go find them. Instead, it would create brand new, perfect materials on demand just by arranging atoms. Imagine a substance that's lighter than a feather, but stronger than diamond. That's the idea.
Next up, uncertainty is just gone. An ASI could run a perfect simulation of a building's entire future, accounting for 10,000 years of everything, climate change, earthquakes, you name it. And the result? A design that is physically incapable of failing or degrading. The very concept of a defect would just cease to exist.
And what about actually building it? Forget it. Forget cranes, forget scaffolding. An ASI would just command these massive clouds of nanomachines to manipulate matter directly, causing entire buildings to just materialize out of thin air. The construction site as we know it is gone, replaced by instantaneous creation.
And ultimately, the entire role of construction would transform into something like planetary stewardship. Cities would become living organisms that actively heal the environment, absorbing pollution and producing resources. The industry's purpose wouldn't be to build structures anymore. It would be to manage and harmonize the entire biosphere.
Okay, let's bring this all together and take a look at the complete evolutionary path of AI in construction. It's really a journey from simple muscle to an intelligent brain, and then to something that starts to look like the very soul of a new world. This table lays it all out perfectly. You can see the whole progression at a glance. AI starts as a tool for optimization, valued for its speed. AGI evolves into an autonomous manager, valued for its judgment. And ASI becomes the governor of reality itself, valued for its ability to create perfect harmony. Even safety evolves from just detecting accidents with AI, to actively preventing them with AGI, to completely eliminating the possibility of accidents with ASI.
So the most crucial point is this. The ultimate challenge isn't a technical one. Once ASI can engineer reality, the competition is no longer about who can build the best stuff. It becomes a deeply ethical and philosophical challenge. How do we make sure this unbelievably powerful intelligence is actually aligned with human happiness and our well-being?
And that leaves us with one final, pretty profound question to think about. When technology finally gives us the power to create a flawless physical world, a world with no decay, no errors, who gets to decide what perfect really is?